Ranking on Amazon in 2025, I'll show you some of the biggest secrets in today's video. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. So secret number one is taking your competitors' keywords using Helium 10. Now, if this is your listing right here, and right now you can see you've got 4 ratings, you're only making $1,300 a month, aka it's a newer listing, it's time to look at the big dogs, the big listings, the big competitors that are making a lot more money. Like this one's making $35,000 compared to your $1,300. Time to look at what keywords they're ranking for, what's their best keywords that they're ranking for, utilize those and improve. And in order to do that, we're going to utilize a tool called Helium 10. It's a great tool. You're going to log into Helium 10, go to Cerebro, and then what you're going to do is reverse ASIN of first your product. So you're going to type in your ASIN. Let's just say this is our product. We're going to see get keywords, and then it's going to load the results. Right now you can see your organic rank is 493. This means that out of all your keywords, you're only showing up on Amazon 493 times. You want to show up at least 800 times, right? So our goal is to run this every week or at least once a month and making sure this organic ranking is going up. The paid ranking is regarding Amazon ads, but what we really want to focus on is our organic rank and getting this to at least 800, which is the minimum for our company. When we're looking at all of our clients, we want to get this to 800 as quickly as possible. And the way to do that is to change your keywords. And that's why we're looking at our own keywords that we're ranking for. And we're also going to change our keywords and look at competitors. I recommend to look at 5 competitors, but in this video, we're only going to be looking at 1. So now we're going to see, okay, our organic rank is only 493. What's our competitors' organic rank? So now we're going to put in our competitors. We're going to click get keywords, and it's going to tell us our competitors' organic rank. So again, ours is about 500. Theirs is 4,000, right? So theirs isn't double ours, it's not triple ours, it's more than quadruple our rank. So we can easily look at their keywords, take some of their keywords, implement it into our title, our bullet points, and that's going to help us rank more. Now, it doesn't work instantly on Amazon. It takes around 30 to 60 days for Amazon's algorithm to notice your new keywords and then put them in and then show you as a higher organic rank. But what we're going to do is we're going to export the data into a CSV file just like this, and we're going to open it up and look at what keywords they're ranking for. So once this opens up, it's going to look something like this. And now we can see a lot of data, right? But we want to organize this data. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to filter it. And we really want to see their organic rank. So this is an important column right here. So I'm just going to highlight this in yellow for right now. And then I'm going to highlight another important is the search volume. And then, of course, the keyword. So just A, D, and R. And I'm going to hide the rest. Okay. And now we're just going to open up A a little bit. We're going to open up D a little bit. And then we're going to open up R a little bit. So let me unhighlight these so it's easier to see. Okay, so we can see their organic rank. These are the ones they're showing up on page number 1 for. So if you type in tea travel mug, they're showing up on page number 1 for Amazon, right? If you type in tea infuser bottle, they're showing up page number 1. Now we can see the monthly search volume, right? So we can see 3,000 people are typing this in, buyers are typing this in and finding a tea infuser bottle. This is the exact key phrase they're typing in. So that means we probably want to rank for this if it's relevant to our product. Tea infuser bottle. It should be at the top of our listing. And we do have tea infuser bottle right here. So it is there, right? But what I would want to do is most likely move this closer to the top of the title. So I'm just going to probably remove this literally. So we can go to a little sheet and we can actually remove this And instead of having our Kami, which I honestly hate that brand name, I would just completely remove the brand name and then put tea infuser bottle right at the beginning now. So right at the beginning now, it says tea infuser bottle. This is going to help us rank, and it honestly makes the title look better, right? So now we use this one. Now ours isn't a mug, but we could probably put this in a bullet point, so we can add notes, right? So we can put in title, it's already in title. This one we could add in the bullet points. We can say better than a tea travel mug. Let me zoom in a little bit. Bottle infuser. So infuser bottle, bottle infuser. So again, another way to do it, but I'm looking at the high search volume. Tea bottle, we could add this in. So again, let's look to see if we have that keyword, Control F, tea bottle. And we do have that, that's at the top. But what we want to do, okay, so tea infuser bottle. Tea bottle with infuser. So again, we're gonna pretty much optimize it from this. So again, we're gonna put this in the title. And we just wanna look at the highest searched words. And this is how you optimize your listing. So again, this one has 800, 900. We want to look at these. Tea tumbler with infuser, tea bottle with infuser, right? And it looks like that's already in our title. We can probably try to add this into the bullet points. And you can see now these ones, they're ranking number 2 in our competitor. Mossy tea infuser. This looks like it has a brand name, so we don't want to put that. But what we can also do is look at the search volume from the largest to the smallest. So we can see they're ranking 30, right? And 292 in this one. But we want to see, I'm gonna look at the organic rank. I want to see what their highest ranking, what's their top 10? Because if we go too far off, there we go. So now we can see, okay, let's try to rank for these ones. Okay, so tea travel mug, tea cup with infuser, tea bottle, tea tumbler, glass tea infuser. And then put in the notes, are you going to add this to your title? Or are you going to be adding these to your bullet points, right? What do you think is best? The higher search volume should be added to your title. The lower search volume should be added to your bullet points. And again, you're going to be doing this for 5 competitors. Right now, this doesn't have tons of data because it's only one competitor. You're going to be looking at 5 competitors that are making more money than you, and then utilizing their keywords and putting them in your title and your bullet points. You can also put them on the back end of your listing. But this is a great way to do it every single 60 to 90 days. And that's going to optimize your keywords. And then you're going to come back here and you're going to put it back into Cerebro and see, is your ranking increasing, or is it decreasing, or is it staying the same? And it should be increasing as long as you're looking at the top 5 competitors and adding some new keywords in there. If you did want to try out Helium 10, there is a link in the description for a discount, so feel free to check that out. But I do want to give you some tips before you start ranking and trying to really, let's rank, let's double check and improve our rank. I really want you to improve your first image, your ratings, and your title, right? So your title, their title, in my opinion, sucks, right? Kami is a terrible brand name, so don't even include it in the title. Nobody actually really cares about your brand name. I'm just going to be honest, unless you get really, really big. So initially, when you're a brand new seller, just who cares about your brand name? Just remove it from your title, okay? You want to use your title to rank on Amazon, and nobody's typing in Kami, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be number 1, and then we want to optimize this, and we want to look at the competitors. The competitors' title, I believe, I know theirs has their brand name in it, but that's because their brand name, I believe it's pretty good. It's a pure Zen compared to Kami. I think it's a lot better, and they are big enough where people probably remember their brand name, so that's why they have it in their title. But you can see tea tumbler with infuser, double wall glass travel mug with stainless steel filter. So it shows right at the beginning what the product is. And I want yours to do that as well. So if we're looking at it, tea bottle with infuser, double wall glass travel mug with 1-click open lid, it's like a little bit more difficult to read. So you want it to be right straight to the point, remove that, brand name, and then go from there. So really work on your title and look at your competitor's title compared to yours. It doesn't even have the ounces in here, and the competitor shows it's 13 ounce. How many ounces is it? 12 ounce. I have to look all the way in the bullet points. On a cell phone, that's where people usually place their orders. They're not going to be looking in the bullet points. They're going to be looking at the title first, and then maybe they'll look at the bullet points. But if they can't find how many ounces it is, that's an issue, right? Next is going to be the first image, right? So they've got blueberries in here, NT. This one doesn't have blueberries, and their tea looks very, very dry. So you're going to want to change this first image and make it, maybe add some, again, look at the competitor, the top competitor. Just make your image stand out better. Instead of having strawberries, maybe you could have watermelon, lemons, different types of things that make yours stand out. Secret number 2 is pulling the Amazon search term report and then inputting converted keywords into your listing. So what you're going to do is log into Amazon Seller Central, and you're going to be making sure that you have been running ads for at least 30 days. So run some ads, make sure they're automatic campaigns, and then simply you're going to go to reports, and then sponsored ads reports. This is where you're going to pull the data and find out exactly what customers are typing in to purchase your item. So you're going to click create report. You're going to do sponsored products, last 30 days, click run report. Once you are finished with that, you're going to get your report, and it's going to look something like this. So it's going to have a lot of data, and again, we're going to filter this. This one's directly from Amazon, so I definitely want you to take this one seriously, right? And then now I'm going to highlight the columns. So we're going to do this one. So column C with the portfolio name, customer search term, and then we're going to do ACoS or ROAS. So I'm going to just highlight these ones, keep these ones. All right, so we've got J through S and then C. So the rest of them we're just going to hide. Okay. And what we want to do is just filter the columns again. So I'm going to because the yellow is a little bit too bright. Okay. So I don't really care about impressions, so I can hide impressions as well for this one. But pretty much what you can actually see in column J, you can see the customer search term. Exactly what are they searching? And we can filter this by ACoS, so we can do the smallest ACoS to the highest. So somebody typed in for this item, biodegradable t-shirt bags. We spent only 75 cents and made $56.95, right? So we can see this is good. Somebody typed in thank you bag, reusable. Somebody typed in biodegradable bags. These other ones are ASINs. We're not gonna wanna put these in our title or bullet points. But this is the same exact thing that I told you for Helium 10. But this is these are what customers are typing in to find your product and then purchase your product. So we definitely want to be ranking for this. One thing I want you to look for is also the 7-day orders. If it has more than one order in the last 7 days for one of these keywords, those are the ones you really want to look at. Like this one has 4 orders in the last 7 days, but it's targeting an ASIN. So we're going to be looking at that. Okay, this one has 2 orders. This one has 3 orders. Okay, so biodegradable grocery bags. I think since this one has 3 orders and 20% ACoS, which is pretty good, we want to have this at the front of our title. Now this is different than the T I showed you, but it's the same concept. So in the beginning of the title, if this was a biodegradable bag, I would take this keyword because it has 3 sales, so that means it has a lot of data. Biodegradable grocery bags, and then put this in our title or our bullet points, up to us, right? Because this is what people are typing in to find our product and then purchase our product. So it's intuitive that your listing has this keyword, this exact keyword, biodegradable grocery bags, either in the title or in the bullet points. So that way you're showing up for it. So that's another secret. And the final secret is adding Spanish keywords to the back end of your A+ content and brand story. So if you don't have a brand story or A+ content, make one. that's going to be my next recommendation. So you can see from the brand, this is one of our clients, this is their brand story, and then this is their premium A+ content that we also created. Now, when you input this, let's say this image or these images, you are allowed to put back-end keywords behind it. So these are keywords that customers can't see, but Amazon can see. So that way Amazon's going to help you rank for these. This is a great time to put Spanish keywords behind your A+ content and brand story. I have a tool right here, and you can actually see what the back-end keywords are. So we've got Valentine's keywords, married couples, different types of keywords in here, but we also have Spanish keywords on the back end. So this is going to help our clients rank for Spanish keywords. I wouldn't want to put Spanish keywords on the front end, but on the back end, this is a great way to rank for it. So any of your top keywords that we already spoke about, right, like biodegradable grocery bags, we had the new tea bottle with infuser, we had tea infuser bottle. People are also, the second most spoken language in the United States is Spanish. So utilizing those keywords on the back of your listings is a great way to rank for those keywords, get seen, get clicks, and generate sales. And that's it for today's video. What's your go-to strategy for ranking on Amazon? Drop your best tip in the comments below. If you learned something new, drop a like, and if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, our #1 service is our full Amazon A to Z management service. This is where we'll fully manage your inventory, calling Amazon, customer service, advertising, increasing sales, and much, much more. The benefit of this service is so you can spend time working on your business instead of in your business every day, like calling Amazon for hours on end just to fix an issue. Save time, money, and increase your sales with ehpconsultinggroup.com. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.